Hey guys, Jesse here, and today I'll be unboxing and reviewing the Kotobukiya MSG LED swords, beam sabers, lightsabers, whatever you want to call them. I don't remember the name of these, but if you put into Amazon or Google Kotobukiya LED swords, these are what you'll find. These are about 15 bucks for a single saber, or a single handle, I should say, and a bunch of different sabers that you can interchange. They come in red, green, and blue. I decided to get the red one here because that's what you most commonly find in Gundam kits, or pink or reddish beam sabers. And these are really nice because not everyone knows how to do LED mods. I certainly haven't dabbled into LED mods, but these at least give you something most people want to light up, and that's the blades. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So you'll see what I mean when I say lightsaber, because we have a bunch of different blade options. It looks like we get some hands in here. I'm guessing it's just these hands that are displayed on the front of this package to hold these blades. And just looking at the size of the fingers, these are looking to be like 1 to 100 scale, like master grade size-ish. These don't really have a scale, but from what I'm seeing from the sabers and the hands here, I think they'll fit a little better with master grades than high grades, but we'll find out. As you can see here, it kind of gives a breakdown of what you get. You get two holding hands left and right. The LED unit itself, I'm guessing some like covers to put over the LED. Two like straight red ones for like lightsabers. Two straight clear ones, like more traditional Gundam styled beam sabers are in red, and then two of the same kind in clear. So here we got some shots with a Kotobukiya frame arms girl and another Kotobukiya kit. And this just explains how to turn it on and turn it off. So let's go ahead and open this up. Got my hobby knife here. Do this on the ground. And let's see what we got. So, packaging out of the way. We've got the LED unit itself attached to this backing card, which is just what we saw earlier. I think this is, instructions on how to put it together. Guessing how to turn it on. Pretty straightforward. How to put the hands together. Okay. Then the runners here. Guessing it's just the hands and the blades. So yeah. Here are the hands and the sort of hilt covers. The red blades. And looking at these, actually, it looks like you get I'm not sure how well the camera's going to pick this up, but you get sort of like a smoky, like a more translucent red, and then like a very transparent red, and then this is the translucent of the lightsaber style, and then clear here. And oh yeah, definitely looking at this one, you can tell that this is more transparent, this is like translucent, so it's kind of foggy on to I wonder how that's going to look. But in any case, that's all we got here. So I'm going to put this together, and then I'll grab some kits, and then we'll see how these look together. All right, so here it is, kind of put together. It wasn't much to put together, and I didn't put together the hands because upon further inspection, without any sort of modification, the hands actually wouldn't fit into any Gunpla kit. It's a peg for one, and most Gunpla kits are ball joints at the wrist, and it's really sized just for like Kotobukiya kits. So if you want to use that with your Gundam kits, you're gonna have to do some modification. But I didn't put them together because they're just holding hands, so they're nothing super special, but they're there if you need them. But we won't focus on the beam saber blade thing itself. So here is the blade itself. So the LED, when I first saw these before actually getting it, I didn't realize that the LED itself, like the housing and all that, was going to be the handle. I thought like a gray plastic was going to go over this, but that's it. And then you kind of get this gray like end piece for activating it. So to activate it, you would push down. They want you to push with the blade to turn it on. And then to turn it off, you pull on this sort of collar piece. They give you this little like filler piece to protect the LED, so that's nice, like when you're not using it with any blade. And so here again we have clear, like transparent and translucent, beam saber style and lightsaber style. So let's go ahead and take the clearest transparent one, actually like this one maybe the most, but there, light goes all the way through. It's really bright, very vibrant, and I like it a lot. Looks great. My camera's gonna make that sort of yellowish part look brighter than it actually is, but it's just ever so slightly brighter. The one problem I have with this is the hilt to this collar piece is pretty loose and wiggly, so getting it like perfectly straight is actually kind of a problem. But there's that. Let's take a look at the translucent. Now, a translucent one does not go all the way to the end. That's not just the camera, also in real life, it's barely making it to the end there. And I think the reason for this type of blade or finish on this part is to sort of give a gradient effect. So like this is more hot or heated up than the end. I think this is a little too translucent for that effect to really work, but it's there if you want it. So I think the best though is this clear red. It's just very, it's like, it's not as bright red. It's still very red, but the sort of red finish on this helps dampen the light a bit. I think it looks really good. Another problem I have is the light bleeds through this gray piece pretty bad. I mean, you can see it on here. It's not as bad in like to the real life eye, but yeah, it doesn't look great. I wish this gray part was thicker. There was something to, or the LED was closer to the blade. In any case, that's how that looks. Let's go ahead, show you the transparent or translucent. And this one, it looks like it reaches the end, but that's just because this blade is red. That's actually just the color of the plastic at the end there. I don't know. I think this looks pretty good too. I kind of like this more than the clear red, but for which one lights up the brightest, I would say probably the clear. This red LED is quite strong for this job. I'm not going to bother with the, well, okay, I'll do one lightsaber. There's nothing to, I mean, it's going to look the same just as a straight blade, but all the color is the same even for like this translucent. Reaches the end a little bit better just because it's straight, but again, it's supposed to give that sort of gradient effect. So let's go ahead and see how this looks on some kits. So here I have the HG Dom test type, just because I'm really liking this kit much more than I thought I would. And also because this is like one of the few suits that actually uses a heated weapon that is perfectly straight. This might be like the only suit you can use these lightsaber hilts or lightsaber beams on that would look appropriate. So yeah, this looks cool. I mean, he's holding it. It's scaled okay. I think the blade's a little too fat. I mean, here's the, the regular heat saber. It's actually, or the heat rod, I mean, it's actually like a centimeter. This one's like a centimeter longer. So this is pretty much in scale for a high grade. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and give him the like standard beam saber. And yeah, that looks pretty good too. One problem is this, this doesn't have any sort of peg or anything in it. So you just have to rely on a tight grip. And as you can see, this hand definitely does not have a tight grip. It's really only fitted for the heat rod. So that's one problem. It's going to have to vary kit to kit how well they hold it. And unless you glue it, which I don't think many people will do, it's just never going to really fit perfectly. But other than that, it looks fine in terms of scale. I think, yeah, I don't know. It looks fine. I think one problem might be that not every, if you want to be like, I don't know, anime accurate, suit accurate, whatever you want to call it, uh, because this is silver, that's, the Dom, for example, has a gray hilt for his heat rod, so you'd have to paint that if you want to be like 100% accurate. I think for most people, it's not going to bother them that this is silver. I think what bothers me more is that this is just so skinny compared to this like collar piece, but it's not that big a deal. It's it's so you can get a good grip on it to turn it on, off and on. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how this looks on a master grade. So here it is on the master grade RX78-2 1-year war version. As you can see, there's no peg or anything, so that's being held in there purely by force and friction. But otherwise, it's a little too short. So here's that blade. Here it is compared to the one it comes with. Try to give you a better look. As you can see, this is much longer. Yeah, so this might be a little bit out of scale, and then you take into the fact that this is silver, and then he has a white hilt back there. Again, accuracy and whatnot. But I think just for a display to get a good picture or pose you want, this is really, really nice. That's what I'm going to be using them for. I won't be displaying this on my shelf or anything. I'm just going to use these for pictures and video reviews probably. But yeah, I mean, again, this doesn't look awful. It's obviously just ever so slightly too small. But I think if you're just going to do some photos or whatever, I think this works perfectly fine. I can see, I can already see this getting annoying. The fact that there's no real mount point for these, for this hilt because it's just so small. But I'll find a way to deal with it. But yeah, in the end, this is really cool. And for 15 bucks, I think it's worth it, considering you get so many options for blades. You do get hands, so that wasn't something I was expecting. I thought you would just get the blade. But yeah, and then it comes in 3 colors, so pick your poison. In any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.